A piece of history overgrown and hidden behind trees. On the face of it, Milford House doesn't look like much, but in a past life it was the jewel in the crown of the County Armagh town, and it has quite the story to tell.
Milford House was the seat of the McCrum family, who were linen manufacturers. Milford House and the village were the creation of Robert Gorman McCrum, a self-made industrialist who revolutionised the linen industry. He created the linen empire of McCrum, Watson and Mercer, which employed 1,000 people in Milford, 715 guilds in Armagh, with offices in London, Madrid, Rome, Paris, and a separate business out in New York. Now there are many firms all over Ulster, but what sets Milford apart is that he invented double damask linen, and we have the patent to prove it. Milford House was built between 1865 and 1904. It's built of 90% mass concrete, making the architecture unique, and it contains plasterwork by the famous philosopher Rudolf Steiner. The woodwork in the house was all done by the Italian craftsmen who walked 3 miles from Armagh City out to Milford each day. And the women in the village thought they were great. They'd never seen Italians before. The men in the village didn't like them one bit. But the house was built with 12 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, each with a Turkish bath and jacuzzi, and had a proper waterfall in the dining room. From 1936 until 1965, it was home to Manor House School, a country house residential school for young ladies. It was the only school of its kind, and it was about £45 a term to go to the school. In 1965, the school closed and it was purchased by the Northern Ireland Hospital Authorities, and it became Manor House Special Care, which closed in 1994. The estate has been derelict ever since, and it's one of the top 10 listed buildings at Museus Risk in Northern Ireland.
It's seen better days, hasn't it? It's not in good condition now as what it would have been previously. The hope is to restaurate it, but you're on the hunt to retrieve some of the fireplaces that were in this house originally.
We know during the time of Manor House Special Care, 2-bedroom fireplaces were given as retirement present to hospital doctors, but all other fireplaces remained in the house. When the council bought it, they took the fireplaces out for safekeeping, locked them up in Armagh jail, and when the house was sold in 2002, the trust insisted that the fireplaces be returned to the house. Well, the crates were opened, the crates were empty. The council said there's no insurance money to cover them once we're taken out of the jail, and we have given copies of the photographs of the fireplaces, and we want to know where they are, if anyone has any information on them.
Some may think you will never see these fireplaces again, but you have a story about another item that was surprisingly uncovered recently.
Yeah, so a few years ago, we got a grant for a chandelier which was similar to the ones in the drawing in Milford House, and a lady saw them. She used to work for Manor House Special Care, and she had the original chandeliers. She had bought them from the hospital authorities. I had searched Sotheby's in New York, all over the world, and they were sitting a few miles outside Milford. So things always do keep turning up. We have trace paintings that were sold in the 1930 auction from Milford House. You never know, something might turn up, and even other lost features from the house we're always looking for. We hold them in trust in perpetuity for society. We are a historic house museum, and so we want the public to be able to see them, and they tell the story of Milford House, and the family's tastes and interior decoration of the house. As you see, Milford House is one of the top 10 listed buildings for serious risk in Northern Ireland, and it's only through the collections and artworks that we have that people can actually access the heritage, and we attract visitors from all over the world. This is very much global. William McCrum invented the penalty kick rule in football. Somewhere in the world, Milford House and the penalty kick appears in some form of media every 5 minutes. It's very much a global thing. Visitors come here not as such because of the connection with the penalty kick, but to hear the story of this family who made a fortune and lost a fortune, and there's a great connection to the house, and people are amazed at the story. of the family. The Wall Street crash hit the family fortunes hard in 1929. And they had separate businesses out in New York. They also had big investments in railways, etc., which were all wiped out in the Wall Street crash. So in 1930, everything was auctioned off in Milford House. And when I say everything, I mean everything from the blinds, the carpets, everything. But there was an auction catalogue produced, which we found a few years ago. And from that we can, although it's just a list of what was in each room, it helps you trace what was in the house and how the house looked like, how it was furnished. And we have been very fortunate that the descent of the family, any family possessions they kept, they have gifted to us for the museum collection.
What is your hope for this historic house?
Well, we would love to see Milford House preserved. But we are doing all that we possibly can do. It's not just the house that's a listed building. As a result of our restoration work, did restoration work in Gate Lodge, it was made to be one listed building. We got the tennis pavilion listed, the trees on the estate, which are rare plants from all over the world, are protected by a tree preservation order. We have the walled gardens, the stables, which are up for listing, and so every single feature in that estate is protected in some shape or other. When we started this trust, nobody really talked about William McCrum and the penalty kick. It was very much forgotten about because people in Milford knew about it, but people of the village very humble. They sort of take these things for granted, and now because it's world famous, that protects the house.